Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Monday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, here on BettingPros.com. Always being brought to you by BetMGM Audio, wherever you get your audio podcasts. BettingPros YouTube for the video, and the offer $10 to win $150 on any event. Promo code Juice150 at BetMGM or BetMGM.com. All right, so I'll call it a good day. Up about 2.5 units. We get all three of our 1 unit bets right. We get the Bengals plus 7.5. They win outright. More on that here in a second. We get the Niners plus 3.5. I nailed that game perfectly. I said 2017. Final score 2017. So that was good. Plus 3.5 comes in, and then the under teased and the over teased in the first game, under teased in the second game all come in. So that was good. It did not go over the 54.5, so that teaser wound up being right to come in on that. They do get over that, but Joe Burrow and company gets the victory. So 3-0, up 3 units basically there, and then 2-4 on the player props. Not a great run for us on the props, unfortunately. We're down a little bit there, but overall a really, really good day, highly profitable day, and a really nice way to end the football year, heading towards the Super Bowl, because last year I was just awful in the postseason, and I've actually been pretty good, and that's kind of how things work. I was really good in the regular season, and then I turned around and was awful in the playoffs. I wasn't that great in the regular season, and we've been much better in the postseason. We've gotten Georgia right. College football went really well in the playoffs. We got that really correct, and now we did really well yesterday with the Bengals winning outright to keep our plus 750 alive for 1 unit. All right. So this is 7.5 units we're playing with here. Okay. For us, and the Rams are the opponent. Now, what am I going to do? I don't know yet. I've been thinking about this a lot tonight. I might let it ride. I'm going to say this. You guys can do what you want with your own money, but I might, and it's a big might, but I might let it ride. Joe Burrow could become the first quarterback to win the Heisman Trophy, the national championship, and a Super Bowl. Okay? I've seen a lot of people already come out and say Rams automatically, bet the Rams now, take it before it climbs, blah, blah, blah. Why? Why are you so confident that this Bengals team is not going to go and win the Super Bowl against the Rams? The offensive line is a problem. I'm not going to debate this. Aaron Donald and Von Miller and company, but they just need to get Joe Burrow some time, because the secondary for the Rams can be exploited. The wide receivers, T. Higgins was so good. Look, quarterback play, give me Joe Burrow every damn day over Matthew Stafford, who frankly was lucky that ball on that pop fly wasn't picked off, because the whole game could have gone differently for the Rams if that safety makes a pretty easy interception. Okay? Matthew Stafford is not somebody I am trusting here, okay? Quarterback play, Bengals have the edge. Wide receivers, it's kind of a wash. Odell Beckham Jr. is playing really well, but would you want Cooper Kupp or Jamar Chase? Whew, that's hard. I probably would lean Cooper Kupp a little bit, but I would definitely take the secondary wide receivers 100%. And losing the tight end is a really bad loss. Maybe I think he's out for the rest of the year, but that's bad. But Joe Mixon ran the ball really hard. P. Ryan had a couple really nice, including a touchdown for the Bengals. Joe Burrow ran really well, picked up first down with his legs. I think the Bengals are going to move the football. I really, really do. And I think the Bengals, give me 4, give me 4.5. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let the public hammer the Rams. Go ahead. Keep on betting it. Give me as many points as possible, and I'm in. I'm in on the Bengals to go ahead and cover and potentially win the whole darn thing, right? I'll probably come around to hedging, betting 2 or 3 units on the Rams just to make sure that we come out with a profit. But right now, if the game was being played tomorrow, if it was just hey, Matt, you got a plus 750 ticket on the Bengals to win it all, Do you want to hedge or let it ride? Man, I might let it ride. I really like this Bengals team a lot. I told you guys I was mistaken. I was on them all year, okay? I've been on them all year. I was on them in the preseason. I was on them, in all big games except for last week. And this week, I jumped back on the train. I made the mistake of thinking they were going to lose to the Titans. Didn't happen. I told everyone, look, why can't they win at Arrowhead? Everyone was like, oh, come on. They're not going to win it. Why couldn't they win at Arrowhead? Everyone, it was 21-3. I mean, Pro Football Talk tweeted out, this offense right now, there's no one in the history of the NFL that could stop this team with the way they're playing yesterday. Until the second half happened, and until Andy Reid choked on kicking a field goal, until Patrick Mahomes tried to be way too cute and throw the ball laterally, getting 0 points, and that opened the floodgates for a comeback for the ages. 17 points. A couple of quick bones to pick. One, I told you guys last year, the idea of a Chief Dynasty was a joke. It still is a joke. We even were talking about a Chief Dynasty. If I ever meet Kelsey, I would love to go, dude, that was ridiculous. You won one championship and you were talking about a dynasty. Now you lost in the Super Bowl and you lost in the AFC title game at home, blowing a 17-point lead at home. Patriots never did that. Patriots won 3 out of 4. Okay, that's a dynasty. The last dynasty we have seen was the last team to win back-to-back Super Bowls. 2003, 2004 Patriots combined with the 2001 championship, 3 and 4 years. That's a dynasty. Chief talk is dead. Okay, you want to talk about the next quarterback who could do a dynasty? Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow. That's how high I am on Joe Burrow. That's how much moxie this kid has. Now, on the other side, Detroit needs to stop embarrassing themselves. If you are in Detroit, please stop this idea that Matthew Stafford is yours and you're living vicariously through Matthew Stafford, okay? Please stop that. Tom Brady won 6 championships with the Patriots, okay? He won 6 titles. He was a 20-year quarterback in New England who brought all types of joy. When Patriot fans were happy that the Bucs won it all with Brady, it's not the same thing. The Lions suck and have sucked for years. This is as close to a Super Bowl that you're going to get with Eminem at halftime and Matthew Stafford in it that you're going to have probably in my lifetime, okay? It's embarrassing because your franchise has never seen glory. So Matthew Stafford had to leave to go to a Super Bowl. So somehow you're claiming him now, that this is your Super Bowl? This is your run? Oh boy, man. That is uber embarrassing. The media was doing it. So many Detroit media members tweeting out, Matthew Stafford's doing it for Detroit. Matthew Stafford's going to the Super Bowl. Great. For LA, it's got nothing to do with Detroit. He's from Texas. Okay? He's not from your region. He just happened to play for you guys, and he wasn't good with you. And now he's gone. He's with a team in Los Angeles that's going to the Super Bowl. So this idea, you could be happy for him, but trying to take it upon yourself to claim him and claim this run as your own, this is a Detroit Super Bowl because Eminem's at halftime and Matthew Stafford's in the game. Guys, stop, okay? Just please stop. You're embarrassing yourselves. All right, so how do we bet basketball today? How do we do this? We're going to do it, but it's going to be a very difficult. This is like driving a sports car in 6th gear and downshifting to 3rd and skipping a bunch of gears, and the engine just whines. It goes zzz, makes a huge noise because you're like, whoa, okay. We've had a great day, and now we got a bit basketball. 2 NBA plays to give you guys, both of them being a half a unit here coming up today. Let's start with Atlanta at home. Atlanta at home laying 2.5 to the Toronto Raptors. Atlanta is red hot. I bet the streak with the Friday parlay with Boston, and they won and covered. Won by 16 points as 1.5-point home favorites. 2 days later against the Lakers, they win the game by 8, laying 7.5 points. The Hawks have won and covered 7 consecutive games. Milwaukee, Minnesota, Miami, Charlotte on the road. Sacramento, Boston, the Lakers. Here comes the Toronto Raptors, who are 25-21-1 against the spread. They have covered 3 of the last 5 times in 5 of the last 10 games. They're 12-9-1 on the road. At home, though, Atlanta is 13-12 against the number, and Atlanta is finally playing the type of basketball that I thought they were going to play. Now, we have a future bet on the Hawks over 47.5 wins. This team currently has 24 wins. They need to get going, but they've won 7 in a row, 7-3 over the last 10. They're 14-11 straight up at home. They're only laying 2.5 points here to Toronto. Half a unit. I'm going to ride the streak, bet the streak. Atlanta, minus 2.5. BetMGM's got this number right now at minus 110. You guys can go and bet it. Toronto at Atlanta. Hawks, minus 2.5 at home for a half a unit. Second game. We will have NBA player props if I can get to it and I remember do it. Joel Embiid player prop tonight is 32.5 points. It was 33.5 the last game. It went under significantly because the Lakers shut him down. Now here you go with this game. Well, I guess it was Lakers and then Sacramento. They were at home. I didn't see what happened on that game. They won by 2 as 10.5 point favorites. I didn't see what Embiid did, but my guess is Embiid didn't go over because it's 32.5, but regardless, Memphis at Philadelphia. Memphis is catching 3.5 points. I think you're going to get more. You may get 4. You may get 4.5. I think the public's going to come in here and bet the Philadelphia 76ers, which is fine by me. Philly at home this year is 9-14 against the spread. Memphis is 17-7 on the road against the spread. They're a better road team than a home team. They're 34-18 overall against the spread, 4-1 over the last 5, 7-3 against the number over the last 10. They've covered their last 3 games. They've won their last 3 games. They've won and covered in 4 of their last 5. Now, they lost by 13 to Dallas on the road. That was the one loss, but they beat Denver, catching 3.5 points on the road. They won by 4. They were laying 4 against San Antonio. They won by 8. They went home, laid 5 against Utah and won by 10, and laid 6 against Washington at home last time out and won it by 20. This is Ja Morant versus Joel Embiid. Ja Morant actually is getting MVP consideration. People are talking about Ja for MVP. These are the games people pay attention to. These are the games people are going to watch. What did you do when you faced off against a guy you're competing against? And the same thing for Joel Embiid. You want to be MVP? Fine. Why are you more deserving over Steph Curry? Why are you more deserving over Giannis, right? These are the games you have to go and show out. Memphis is catching 3.5 points. I get a 2-possession game out of the Grizzlies, who are outstanding on the road, 17-7 on the road against the spread. Philadelphia, 9-14, not great. Give me the points. Memphis, plus 3.5 on the road at Philadelphia for a half a unit. Okay, so there will be some player props probably jumping up here. If I can get them in, I'll do my best to go ahead and give those on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, or underneath me here on YouTube. The plays, we are laying 2.5 with the Hawks at home against the Raptors, and we're taking 3.5 points for Memphis on the road at Philadelphia. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by BetMGM.